Well, it's just not Brexit. I mean, we've taken 3.5 years to get to this point, and if this was to be agreed, we then enter into years more negotiations for the prize of a free trade agreement, which we already know we will not get unless we surrender our territorial fishing waters, and we will not get unless we stay in regulatory alignment with the European Union. That means we will not be making our own laws in our own country on employment regulations, environment, and many other things. Frankly, I think we've probably just done the easy bit the last 3.5 years. The next bit will be even harder. And look, it is a new EU treaty. It binds us in to so many other commitments on foreign policy, military policy, a list as long as your arm. And look, I frankly think it should be rejected. I think the best way out of this would be simply to have a clean break. I would very much like us to leave on the 31st of October, but I understand that the Benn Act has been passed, and that makes it impossible. But would I rather accept a new European treaty that is frankly very bad for us, or would I prefer to have an extension and a general election? I will always go for the latter option, and I genuinely believe that a clean break and being able to be competitive is the absolute key to our future economic success. We cannot do that with this new treaty. And Boris Johnson can say what he likes, but we will never be able to properly break free of the EU if we sign up to this.
If you were to give advice to Boris Johnson to try and get the DUP on board, what would that be?
Boris Johnson spoke at their conference last year. He said no Conservative Prime Minister would ever put an internal border between Northern Ireland and the rest of the United Kingdom. And that's exactly what he has done. So I think it's going to be very difficult to get the DUP on board, given that effectively they've been hived off, almost annexed out of the European Union. There will be no frictionless trade between the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland.